My friends, this is going to be a soul tribe reading. I hope you guys are doing well. I got these two new decks. One of them is the Familiar Field Oracle, and then the other one is the Field Tarot, and it's by the same person, and they go beautifully together, so I wanted to use them. I just got them. I'm going to start with the Oracle deck, and then what I might do is I might get a tarot card for each Oracle deck. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're doing lovely. I don't know. I feel like I should be saying more, but I don't know what to say. I really do hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for the continued love and support. I love you guys. This is how I'm ending my day. I did a bunch of readings today, so this is how I'm ending my day. I hope you're ending your day well, whatever you're doing. So let's get into it. What am I doing? I'm shuffling backwards. Hang on. I don't shuffle like that. So I will be away over the weekend, which is why I am recording some extra readings to post. Maybe I'll have some soul tribe readings to post. I will be taking a few decks with me and doing like little Patreon, just little like short, not Patreon, little short readings on my Instagram for those of you who are on Instagram. But for my channel, I'm going to have some pre-recorded readings for you guys that I'll post. When I go away in September, beautiful. When I go away in September, I'm actually planning on doing something similar so that I do have some readings for my friends while I'm away. So let's see what you need to hear. Let's just cut it like this because I'm out of, oh, how interesting. We have Black Cat energy. So let's talk about Black Cat energy. Black Cat energy is, exactly what it sounds like. You know your worth. You know that you don't have to chase after things. You don't chase after what runs from you. You let things approach you. You value your time and energy. The way that I've heard it described is like Black Cat energy versus Golden Retriever. And I'm the Golden Retriever. I'm working on Black Cat energy. It's a struggle to, be a cat. Anyway, I've always been the Retriever. And I think I've mentioned in a Soul Tribe reading before where there's this creator that I watch that does like, here's how a Golden Retriever acts. Here's how a cat acts when they want attention or whatever. And one of the examples that this person uses is like, when you come home from work, this is your Golden Retriever. And it's like, oh my gosh, hello, I've missed you. Do you love me because I love you? Do you love me because I love you? Do you love me? Are you going to love me? Will you like, blah, blah, like, anyway. Whereas the Black Cat is kind of like, oh, you're here. What do you want? Like, is this worth my time? Anyway, so maybe you're someone who's working on embodying Black Cat energy. Also, can be seen as Queen of Wands energy. Knowing your worth, your confidence. We also have curiosity, autonomy, and magic. So beautiful. So let's see what this says. I've already lost the book. What a surprise. It's on page 18, Divine Feminine Energy. Remaining mysterious, trusting in your intuition. There's, a bit of, like I said, mysterious. There's a bit of mystery to you. I'm hearing holding your cards close to your chest. Anyway, though domesticated, the cat is a symbol of independence. It answers to no one. Queen of Wands. This creature of the night is linked to many ancient beliefs ranging from bad luck to 9 lives. It inevitably reminds us of the magical mysteries we so often experience here on Earth. I'm laughing about something else. Move forward confidently into the unknown, like the cat who feels empowered to explore and choose its own path. So you could be someone who's trying to break away from the more traveled path. I'm seeing take the road less trodden. You know, you could be someone who's trying to break away from other people's expectations and what society thinks is acceptable for you and all of those things. Anyway, what I was laughing at is this morning when I was sitting outside having my coffee, a hummingbird came to visit me, and I don't know the last time a hummingbird came to visit me. Yes, one day I looked up and saw a hummingbird. That was great. That was magical. But this one came right to me. I have to mention something else because I know my friends, my awakened friends will know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, some of you will. As I was sitting outside, I also noticed that I was covered in these little flies. They would not leave me alone. And I know what that means. It means that, you know, it can talk about like evil eye or people spying on you. You are attracting a lot of attention right now. So I was thinking about that. And then this hummingbird came. It came to me. Like this hummingbird came to me. I was sitting in a corner outside watching the birds in my bird feeder. I don't have a hummingbird feeder. And this hummingbird came right up to me in front of me and like hovered there and like checked me out and then flew away. And the whole time I looked like this. I was so like, it's so magical. I don't know if you find magic in interactions like that with signs and synchronicities, but I do. You know, yesterday I saw a grasshopper, which I took as a sign for myself. And then today a hummingbird visited me. Anyway, I was thinking about that while I was reading you this card. I was multitasking. So let's see what this is. It seems like you're trying to be independent, trying to focus on yourself. So let's see what that means for you in tarot. Let's have a look. We have the Hermit. I'm hearing marching to the beat of your own drummer. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing following your intuition, following your soul path, trying to take the road less taken, you know. Beautiful. You could be magical, you know. So let's see what comes out with this cat card. Interesting. I know you guys couldn't see that, but that card came out and went woo like twice. So it didn't end up in reverse. That's interesting. We have the 10 of Discs establishment. So you could be looking at changing. You could be curious about changing your career for some of you with that 10 of Discs establishment. It feels like you could be thinking about changing the direction of your career for some of you, or starting a new side hustle, a business, like when it comes to magical stuff, lightworking stuff. Doesn't have to be. Interesting. Establishment. What I can say is if you are thinking about... Hang on. We have the Fool on the bottom. So it does look like you could be thinking about taking a leap of faith towards another career or another endeavor. And with 10 of Pentacles, it's showing that it's gonna work out for you. It's gonna bring you long-term stability, financial abundance. The other thing I'm hearing is it could create generational wealth. So it could cause the type of abundance that then passes down to your children and their children. Very interesting. I don't know if anybody here knows what I'm talking about, but I was thinking about it this morning, how my family, because of karma, because of bad karma, my family has been like, not like me and my kids, although at one point we were, but my family has always like, I don't know what the right term is, but poverty. I don't know what the right term is. I know in my family, there's never been generational wealth. There's always been generational poverty. And since starting this, I know I've changed the course of my life when it comes to that. I know it. And I wanted to do this, and the thing that pushed me to do it was that the universe took away my previous job. And there was no reason for it. I was good at my job. I had a good reputation, but people just I was a photographer, and people would the weather. Oh my gosh, it would rain all the time. I was an outdoor photographer, or people would, cancel on me last minute because of illness. And it got to the point where I had nothing, and I had no choice but to be okay, well, I'm going to take that leap of faith now. Now's as good a time as any. I didn't feel ready. I was, waiting until I knew more and felt more confident, but Spirit pushed me off that cliff. Spirit pushed me off that cliff big time. But my point is that it could be whatever this thing is that you're thinking about taking a leap of faith towards. It could bring you success for your entire life and for generations to come, is what I was hearing. I also, again, I feel my soul tribe is kind of believes in the same things I do. But I believe that, once you start healing those karmic debts of your family and you start learning your lessons and you start following your soul path, the universe sends you abundance. Anyway, I want to look at the Fool for career. I'm being called for career. New job, new business, breath of fresh air at work. So it could be that you're thinking about, taking a leap of faith towards another job. And then we've got 10 of Pentacles. Again, I'm feeling called to look up career for you. Creating a lasting career, stable future, inheritance, creating, someone from Instagram just said hi to me, and you can see how distracted I get. Squirrel. Not that I'll ever watch that movie again. That's from the movie Up, if you don't know what I'm talking about. That's a sad movie. But 10 of Pentacles, that's what I was talking about. So that is beautiful. So if you've been thinking about taking a leap of faith towards your new endeavor, Spirit says yes, please do, or else we'll push you off that cliff like we did Kelly. I'm telling you, that tower, I would not come down from it. They're like, come down. You can come down safely. I'm like, nope, I'm good here. I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus. So I got pushed out of that tower, just like I got pushed off the Fool's cliff there. My guides know that they need to be pushy with me. Anyway, let's see what else comes out for you, my black cat. We have Vulture, cycles, opportunity, distress. Remember I was just talking about karmic cycles? Interesting. Very interesting. And we have the panda. I love the panda. Solitude, tranquility, contentment. So let's read these cards and see what they're about. Let's start with the Vulture. It makes me want to go grab my animal, the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle. I love that deck so much. So, Spirit had other ideas. I opened right up to Panda, 33. So 33 could be symbolic. The panda is a calm and gentle giant that wields incredible strength. Because it is rarely aggressive unless provoked or threatened, it represents choosing peace over aggression and happiness over misery. Being an extremely sensitive and shy animal, it is not typically social by nature. Am I a panda? Is my spirit animal a panda? Is it? I think it might be. I've always loved pandas. Soul tribe reading, I'm going to talk about pointless things. Somebody was like, I don't quite understand the point of these readings. Me neither. But when I was into the Care Bears, I loved the Care Bear panda twins. Anyway, I recently saw a video of how are pandas not extinct, because they act, they're not aggressive. They're quite dopey. But I know that they're endangered, so they're on their way to being extinct, which is sad. I love pandas. Anyway, now that little panda's sitting here watching me. Not typically social by nature. Me neither. Its message emphasizes setting personal boundaries and a need for prioritizing time for yourself. How interesting. I can already see that this could be about you putting up a boundary with someone, where you were going through a cycle with someone and you had to put up a boundary to protect yourself because you were just taking it, is what I'm hearing. Like the way that this panda like I see the panda, it has incredible strength, but is rarely aggressive unless provoked. And it reminds me of someone who will, overlook a cycle, overlook a disappointment, overlook this, overlook that, until they're triggered to the point where they have no choice but to stand up and defend themselves. Again, I really relate to this panda card. I'm someone who, I think Tauruses can be like this. Like a Taurus can be calm, and then you push them too far and they lose it. They show you the horns. So it could be that, I'm being called to tell you about a social media clip that I saw recently, which was, fool me once, I thought of myself. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, shame on me again. Fool me 4 times, I guess it's still my fault. It's still my fault. Shame me 5 times, it's probably still my fault. Like it was like, unless you wrong me 50 times, I'm going to continue to give you another chance, was like the message behind these TikTok videos I was watching, which, were supposed to be funny, but I actually resonated with. And this card is telling you to put up boundaries, to have more respect for yourself than to just roll over to bad, like if someone's mistreating you. It could be that, somebody was in a cycle of mistreating you and it took you a while to put up that boundary. Maybe this is current and you do need to put up that boundary, and be that black cat. Anyway, I just wanted to, I know that doesn't have anything to do with that career thing I was talking about, but that's what I was hearing. And then we also have Vulture. Vulture, which is air energy. The vulture is a symbol of death and rebirth. As a scavenger that feeds on animal carcasses, it plays an essential role in the natural cycle. Death is never an end, but a necessary transformation for growth and new beginnings. The vulture often swoops in with a warning of sudden change in your life, but is also a reminder that a new opportunity may be waiting for you on the other side. So you could have recently closed down some kind of cycle or completed a cycle. Maybe it's like it could be this has to do with your work. It could be that you're someone who, I'm hearing, like, for some reason I'm hearing School of Rock, stick it to the man. You could be someone who works in an environment where like people walk all over you and people push you around and people like treat you, like you're the hired help or whatever. And maybe it's time to disengage from that and have this new start. This could also have to do with a connection with someone, where maybe someone was mistreating you or repeating a pattern. And maybe it was hard for you to put up that boundary and give in to this ending. But this card is telling you that it was necessary to cleanse you and to bring in something better, or to bring in, a rebirth of that situation. Take it as it resonates. So let's see what cards come up for this. This one? No, this one. So let's see, we have the panda putting up a boundary. Let's see what that's about. We have the Hermit again. Geez, that Hermit really... So it does feel, for some of you, that you had to put up a boundary and pull in your energy. I can't believe the clarifying... I can believe it because that's how magic works. The clarifying card for solitude, tranquility, and contentment is the Hermit, which is exactly that. I also, there's something here I'm hearing about you shining your light, having the bravery to shine your light to others. So just take that as it resonates. And then we have this Cycles and Vulture. And we have 9 of Cups, fulfillment. 10 of Swords, an ending. Death and rebirth. What is happening? That is beautiful. Just saying. So let's go back to this Hermit card. So remember, you had to, whatever this is, however it resonates with you, it had to happen. Let's read this. Do I want to read this card? I haven't been reading the tarot cards, but yeah, I'll look at it. Let's look at it. Hermit. There comes a time in life when one must step back and reflect. Okay, Panda. Whether it is physically or emotionally, this is the perfect time to retreat. Look inward to find the answers and spend time soul-searching on your own without distractions from the outside world. Introspection, solitude, retreat, consciousness, contemplation, seclusion. That's interesting that was the card that was the confirmation card or the clarifying card. And then for the Vulture, this is interesting because this talked about an ending bringing a new beginning, an ending bringing something in that's meant for you. So let me just talk about it in terms of, well, I'm being called to look at the career meaning when I'm done. But what I'm seeing is this ending, whatever this is, let me cover up the butt. It had to happen. It had to happen. This ending, that's the energy of the Vulture. I just can't believe that. I do believe it. But it had to happen in order for you to end some type of cycle or have this rebirth. Possibly, shedding you could have had an ego death here as well. And it's to bring in your wish fulfillment. I feel like whatever you were dealing with, whatever cycle you were stuck in, whatever job you were in, relationship, it wasn't fulfilling you. It wasn't bringing you this inner happiness, this inner fulfillment. And it had to come to an end there. And it doesn't, I just want to say, if you're someone who's attached to someone that you want back, it doesn't mean that that's the end of that connection. But it does show that that needed to happen so that this could be cleansed, I'm hearing, so that it could change into this wish fulfillment energy, whatever that means to you. I'm just going to look at the 9 of Cups for you because this ending is bringing fulfillment to you. The 9 of Cups represents dreams coming true and wishes being granted. The planets are aligned and the heart is overflowing with gratitude and satisfaction. After many ups and downs, it is time to indulge in guilt-free happiness. And that's what's coming after this cleansing, after this rebirth, after this transformation. Now, let me look, because I need to look at the career for some reason. Loss of job. So maybe you're someone who recently lost your job, or you feel like you're about to lose your job, or you're in a position where you may lose your job. And it's funny because I started this reading talking about how that happened to me in order to push me towards my wish fulfillment. So if you're someone who's experiencing loss of work, which is what the 10 of Swords says, breakdown from stress, burnout in your current job, it's because it's not fulfilling you. Okay? It's not bringing you happiness. It's not bringing you fulfillment. It's probably, maybe it pays the bills, but probably not that either. So 10 of Swords, that was 10 of Swords, to the 9 of Cups for career. I haven't memorized the career ones. I'm working on it. See? Job loss leads to a satisfying career, recognition, and respect at work. Again, if it's career related, the path you're wanting to take, that's where your success is. It's not on the path behind you that drains you and feels unfulfilling. Interesting. Let's get another one. Why not? What do you need to hear still? What do you still need to hear? We have focus. Interesting. We have focus, conservation, modesty, the mouse. I just heard Modest Mouse could be symbolic. Music by Modest Mouse, because it's a mouse and it says modest anyway. So let's see what that card is about. The mouse. I'm looking. Oh, as I'm looking for the page, I'm on the frickin' page. I was holding it like this. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. 32. We also had 23. 2332. Look it up. Mirroring energy. Often overlooked and underestimated, the mouse is impressively capable. The mouse teaches us how to use our resources wisely, whether that be energy, time, money, or community. This card can also suggest that maybe you're getting ahead of yourself, trying to multitask, or forgetting to focus on the details. Take things one step at a time and appreciate even the smallest of accomplishments. Beautiful. And what I'm hearing when it says getting ahead of yourself, you could be someone that when you think of changing directions of your career, or I'm only hearing, I'm going to stick with career right now. I'm hearing, you could get ahead of yourself by having all these thoughts like, oh, what if nobody pays attention to me? What if nobody watches me? What if nobody does this? What if I'm not ready for this? That's what I'm feeling with this energy of getting ahead of yourself. It's almost like your ego gets ahead of itself is what I'm hearing. And let's get a tarot card for this one. Mouse, focus. That one came out right away. We have the Wheel of Fortune. If you know tarot, then you know why I'm having that reaction. I was just talking about mentally self-sabotaging by getting ahead of yourself with those thoughts. 5 of Swords. Don't do it. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. Beautiful. So it feels like Spirit's telling you to focus on what you can control, release control to the universe, surrender to the changes. Things happen in divine timing. You can't control the outcome. You can't control if I feel like Spirit's telling you to spin that wheel is what I'm hearing. I always see like Wheel of Fortune when they lean down and spin the wheel. If you know what I'm talking about, high five, you're as old as I am. But Spirit's saying allow the universe has got you. This is being divinely guided. Again, don't get ahead of yourself with those self-sabotaging thoughts is what I'm hearing. The mouse symbolizes anxiety and worry and overthinking, and you could talk yourself out of your life path here or something. I'm looking up the Wheel of Fortune in my book for career specifically. I don't know what it is today about, I'm not usually career. I have this whole book memorized for love. Luck and career opportunities presenting themselves, adapting to changes at work. Beautiful. I'm being called to get another. Actually, I wanted to talk about this one. We have voice, progress, cleansing, and we have the froggy. So I actually did want to talk about this one. Frog. That's water, right? Voice, progress, cleansing. I felt like complaining to you for a minute about something like personal. That was weird. I'm a Taurus, so I like snacking and I think about food a lot. Like whenever my friends tell me like, "Oh, I'm going out to eat," or "I went out here and I had this." I'm like, "But what did you have? What did you have to eat? And was it good? Like I need to know." um Taurus is like food. Anyway, I was just sitting here thinking about like, "Oh, I wish I could have some food." I don't know why I felt like sharing that with you. Anyway, the frog, maybe you're hungry. The frog represents speaking your truth and comes to you in a time when your voice needs to be heard. What have we been talking about? Your voice needs to be heard. Let this spirit guide. Let this spirit guide you in a time of growth and transformation. You going through growth and transformation. Just as the tadpole makes the transition from water to land, the tadpole to frog. What truth needs to be spoken for you to make the leap forward or start something new? What negative energy needs to be left behind as you do so? The overthinking and the fear. I knew these cards wanted to come out together. There's something here that you are transforming into or heading towards, that your little ego monster, your little ego dragon, whatever you want to call it, self-sabotage, is trying to push you off your path. Don't let it. Don't let it. Let's see what tarot card comes out for that. Don't self-sabotage. Show me the frog. The frog is giving me like communication energy, but also fool card. Fool card energy. What are you? Stop self-sabotaging. That one's stuck on my ring. Like it got stuck on my ring and came out. Stop self-sabotaging. You're the only one stopping yourself. The Prince of Discs, the Knight of Pentacles, no? Prince, Princess, is that right? That should be I think the Prince is the Knight, but let me just make sure, because every deck is different. Yes, it's the Knight. So Knight of Pentacles, I already know what the Knight of Pentacles is about. The Knight of Pentacles is about being determined to accomplish what it is that you're setting out to accomplish. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it's also the most determined. So, there's a message here of you, if you need to take it slow because of your fear, take it slow. But don't lose sight of that end goal. I feel like this is telling you that you have everything you need to do this. Whatever this is, whatever this thing is that you want to do, you have everything you need to do it. You have the determination. You have the willpower. You have the... What? Gusto? What does that mean? I just heard gusto. Weird. I don't even know if that's a word. But it could be slow moving, and that's okay. Take your time. Rome wasn't built in a day. The Prince of Discs is hardworking, dependable, and committed. What did I just say? Though his work tends to be repetitive or mundane, he will get the job done. Take a methodical, conservative approach to achieving the task at hand. Beautiful. No, I don't want to read that line. I don't agree with it right now. I don't agree with it for your energy, so I'm not going to read it. Trustworthy, productive, daily grind, routine, consistency. So maybe making whatever this is part of your new routine. Takes 21 days to form a habit or whatever, is what I'm hearing. Knight of Pentacles. Again, I'm looking up career. Focus and drive, slow and steady work, hard work. Slow and steady financial growth. So you can, if you're someone who wants to take the leap but you're afraid, take the leap and take it slow. Take baby steps, you don't have to go all in. Your fulfillment is waiting for you here. Your wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups, is waiting for you here. Take it as it resonates. I actually want to get... I want to see what comes out of this deck. So I got this new deck, and it's about trash. It's about trash animals, animals that like to break into garbage. And I just couldn't resist myself. It had this, like, look. It has this it has this, that's interesting. Some people would look at that, oh, there's only one slice left. I look at that as, yeah, there's a slice left. Look at what I found in the trash. I don't know why I'm saying that. Maybe someone else's trash is somebody else's treasure. Anyway, I was very called to this, specifically this image of this raccoon in the trash. So anyway, let's see what comes out. Advice for you from the trash animals. The cage, boundaries. Sorry, this is just too much. So we had the boundaries card with the panda, remember? This is just getting more and more interesting. So we had the boundaries card with the panda come out with the hermit. And we had the mouse. What is happening? We had the mouse come out with the 5 of Swords. And look, fear and anxiety. Fear of anxiety of the spotlight. The flickering streetlight, fear and anxiety. And the cage, boundaries and routine. Anyway, and I'll read that other one as well. That's just too magical. No, it's not. Give me more. Not everyone accepts the conventional boundaries of the world, and you might be one of them. Or maybe you find that an established routine helps give you structure. Life is all about finding balance, so why not let loose and run naked, covered in syrup every once in a while, Spirit? I did not tell you to do that. If the cops arrest you, do not say the tarot lady made me do it. Interesting. Or settle down for a bit in your trash heap to recuperate. Panda, hermit. Keep a close eye on how best to support your flourishing self. Are the routines in your life a guiding light or immovable boundaries? So maybe you need to switch up some of your routines. Maybe you have some low vibrational things that you do as part of your routine. Maybe you need, I had to add higher vibrational things to my routine, like working out and things like that. Especially once I started awakening. The old things weren't cutting it for me anymore, How can you integrate new ideas with your already established ones? Beautiful. And then we have the flickering streetlight. I should probably be wearing my glasses. Although I find when I do, like, the sun is shining right here, I have that huge reflection. It's on page 43. Love you. I love you. Don't be afraid. To say you have an active imagination. Look, oh my gosh, look at the synchronicities, you guys. Look at the synchronicities. Who do we have there? That is magic. Don't be afraid to come out into the light. Come out and join us. To say you have an active imagination is a serious understatement. That's what I used to say, that or that's what people used to say about me, that I had an overactive imagination. That's what my parents told me. When I told them that, I thought that my wishes healed my cat. They were like, oh, Kelly, you're so silly. All this cyclical thinking, is that right? Cyclical? And stressing about things that haven't even happened yet feel like they are consuming you, not to mention those stressful things that have actually happened. Maybe you have like memories of like being in the spotlight or being in front of your class and it didn't end well, It's a big, scary world out there, and the fact that you are brave enough to face it is wild. Take a moment to breathe and then let your intuition guide you forward. Now is the time to examine your fears. Now is the time to examine your fears and worries, no matter how small. The mouse. Are you afraid to come out of your can? Come on out. There's more pizza out here. Does this anxiety focus your mind on the future? So is that anxiety serving you? Like, does it make you focus on your future in a good way? Probably not. It probably makes you afraid of your future. Is this a pause or paralysis, playing dead or D-E-A-D, dead? Interesting. And then I want to get this rat card. Rat. I'll find it someday. Maybe you were born year of the rat. I'm a rat, I believe. Though shy, rats are extremely curious and clever. No takeout container is secured too tightly for these intelligent creatures, and they are always eager to explore, especially if it means something tasty at the end of the journey. That's me, Taurus. My kid is a Taurus, and I often see like these, two of them are. I often see these like funny videos about Tauruses liking food, and like that is my kid. It's like, I asked him the other day, do you want to go to this place with me? And he was like, well, and I said, would it change your mind if I told you there was food involved? He's like, oh yeah, I'll come. Anyway, think about how you can be more curious in your daily life. In what ways can you break out of your routine and be adventurous? Routines are wonderful, but every once in a while you need to get out and grab life by the paw. I love that. Such a cute deck. That's why I got it. It was cute. I also got, I don't have it here to show it to you, but I have a cat deck that I use, and I got the dog version so that I can do like a... What I'm planning on doing like a you versus them reading, or a how you think they feel versus how they actually feel, like cats versus dogs kind of thing in tarot. Anyway. Soul tribe reading, that's why I'm telling you this. Pointless information. Raccoon mischief maker. Are you causing mischief? We've got the raccoon coming out of the garbage can, maybe. For some reason, I'm seeing, again, have no idea why this is coming through, but I'm seeing the episode of Seinfeld where Elaine needed toilet paper. You don't have one square to spare? Not even a square? I cannot spare a square. Not even a square. I cannot spare. Mischief maker. Akin. Interesting. We have one more card that just popped out that I didn't see. Akin to human hands, raccoons have 5 dexterous. I know dexterity. Dexterous toes on their front paws that can successfully navigate twisty ties, open trash cans, and maybe slide into those DMs. Idle hands can get into a lot of trouble and whatnot. How do you channel your mischievous side? Generally, those around you tend to find you charming and maybe a bit naughty, but be mindful about how you might come across with folks who aren't used to your antics, or those who maybe get pulled into your chaotic nonsense a little too often. Is this for me? Is this my card? I don't think this is yours. This feels like it's for me. Interesting. Do you cause mischief? It's okay if you do. If that's a shadow that you need to look at, like maybe you're someone who, maybe you were, what I'm hearing, this came out with a different card. This came out with another card, which I didn't realize until I started reading it and I picked it up. It came out with empty nest. And what I'm hearing, remember that panda card, the boundaries, the cycle? For some of you, maybe you were attached to an energy that was chaotic. And what I mean by that is someone who grew up in a household where there was a lot of chaos and therefore creates and looks and craves that chaos in their life. And they, people who are like that tend to self-sabotage. They tend to create arguments, create friction so that there's that chaos that they're used to. Are they doing it on purpose? No. But what I'm hearing is you could have, if you're not resonating with that energy, then you could have been connected to someone with that energy. Take it as it resonates. It's also coming out with empty nest and rebirth. So it could have been that you had someone chaotic in your energy that needed to be released, or you needed to put up a boundary with in order for you to be able to hear your inner calling. Sorry. That's when you channel energy, it has to go somewhere. So it usually comes this way. Anyway, it feels like maybe that person needed to be removed in order for you to be able to hear your inner calling, because right now Spirit's kind of got you in hermit energy, really quiet, listening to your inner calling. Anyway, and the raccoon always gives me that Seven of Swords energy. So it is possible that you had someone who was creating chaos, pulling you down into a lower vibration. I just opened right up to it. An invisible force calls you. Beautiful. An invisible force calls you, and you get closer to achieving something amazing. Let yourself be swept up in the excitement and embrace this positive momentum. Clarify your purpose as you move forward, and don't be afraid to course correct as you learn the oddities of this new path. It's okay to cry and be sad about what you left behind too. And it doesn't even have to be like, this could be a friend. This could be like a mindset. This could be family. This could be a lover. Take it as it resonates. Anyway, that is beautiful. I love that. Inner calling rebirth. In what ways are you emotionally tied to this new calling? If you have already started a new venture, where else in your life can you experience another? So to end things, I'm just going to get some of these affirmation cards. Not the same ones I usually get. This is a different one. This is like a double-sided affirmation deck, and it's about, I think it's called Loving Yourself. Anyway, I like it. Originally, I was going to stick them on my wall, and then when I saw that they were double-sided and so amazing, I decided to dedicate them to Soul Tribe readings. I deserve to live in an atmosphere of joy and acceptance, right after that chaotic card. So you could be someone who's detaching from a chaotic person, a chaotic energy, a chaotic mindset. I am open and receptive to all good. I live and work in comfort and ease and beauty. My home is a reflection of me, and I choose to make it a wonderful place to live. Interesting. Every time I've moved, I've taken years to unpack, and there's no shame in that. But, if you're someone who's stuck in your routine, like these cards we're talking about, maybe adding some time to declutter and organize and working on your home, making it a more, especially if you have like your own space. When I awakened and I came to live in this room that I live in and work in, I had nothing. I had nothing because I had spent years just surviving and working. So I spent a lot of time, working on my space, finding things like collecting little figurines again and crystals that brought me happiness. So maybe there's something here about, working on your home space, because it does, like, if your home space is all cluttered and unpacked, then that's going to reflect, that's a reflection of how you feel on the inside, or you're going to feel that type of way on the inside too. I tell you, the best thing I ever did was like 4 weeks ago, I think it was, I cleaned out my closet, and man, why did I wait so long? Now I want to do the rest of my house. There's something here about Queen of Pentacles energy, like working on your home. Anyway, I rejoice in my unlimited coughing fit. Get your truth out. Coughing fits spiritually can be symbolic. Hang on. It can be, I'm not crying. I just had a coughing fit. And when that happens to me in readings, my ear is ringing. That can be confirmation that you have a truth that needs to be expressed, or you have to share your voice. You have a message for the world, unexpressed emotions towards someone else, towards your family, maybe. If you do have unexpressed emotions towards someone or unresolved feelings and you don't want to, contact them, you can release those through written word. Like you can write a letter and then just burn it, bury it, whatever you want to do with it. Get those thoughts out. Anyway, you could be struggling with your throat chakra right now. Again, whenever that happens to me in a reading, it's a sign that someone's, needs to express something. There's unspoken words, is what I'm hearing. I'm even seeing for some of you, maybe you're destined to write a book and those words are inside of you. They're supposed to be on paper. Get them out of you. Maybe you have a bestseller tucked away inside of you, is what I'm hearing. Anyway, before I started coughing and choking, I rejoice in my unlimitedness, and I am aware that I am a pure consciousness. I am one with all life. My nose is running. My spiritual growth comes to me in ways I don't quite expect. I know I am always safe. And this present experience is a stepping stone to new awareness. And let's just get a few more and then I'll stop. I speak and think positively. No more self-sabotaging with your negative thoughts. Negative thoughts, imagine a hamster wheel. Once you start on that wheel of negative thinking, it's hard to get off. Negative thinking is addictive. Anyway, my current thinking shapes my future. If I hear myself using negative or limiting words, I change them. Make a conscious effort. I've noticed now, I used to be someone who apologized all the time for everything. And now what I notice is when I apologize, I'm like, what the hell am I apologizing for? When I'm apologizing for coughing, or when I'm apologizing for laughing, apologizing for having feelings. I went from over apologizing to now challenging myself. When I hear it come out of my mouth, I actually don't over apologize as much as I used to. But when I hear it come out of my mouth, I challenge myself and I say, wait a minute, what are you apologizing for? You don't need to apologize for that. So start, challenging yourself. Anyway, and change those limiting words. My past is a part of the richness and fullness in my life. Without my past, mistakes and all, I would not be here today. I love myself for my willingness to learn and grow. Beautiful. So my friends, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will see you tomorrow for another Soul Tribe reading. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. And I hope that, this message brought you some comfort, and I will see you soon. Bye.